Hello Libra, this is your love reading for mid-August. Just want to apologize for the late reading. I did have a sinus infection, so I'll just go ahead and get right into the reading. And this still applies for middle of August. Okay, Libra, I see you going through I see you doing some work in terms of identifying what it is you're truly needing in your life, um, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, what kind of things are really going to fulfill you in regards to relationships or in general. I see you just asking a lot of questions of yourself, maybe needing some time to yourself to work through some things, through your emotions. But I do see you having a desire to kind of move away from maybe some negative thought patterns or beliefs or ideas regarding relationships and yourself in general. I see too, maybe there's been a realization that you are a bit emotionally unfulfilled with where you are in your life and what what your effort has produced. So I feel that you may be feeling a bit heavy. So there's some heavy energy. There's some, feeling a bit weighed down. But I do see you needing to get away or wishing to get away or move past some emotional, mental blocks or thought patterns. Moving forward in some things, seeing things clearly, and again, identifying what it is you need in order to be happy, because sometimes we search for happiness outside of ourselves, and when we maybe get something that we've wanted, we realize we're still not fulfilled, and it's because you must love yourself first before you can truly you must be happy in yourself before you can find it out, out in the external world. Now, I'm going to get back to more on how you're feeling, Libra, but in regards to your partner, okay, so I want to mention too that the Queen of Wands reversed and the Two of Cups reversed flipped out of the deck while I was shuffling. So I'm going to talk about those later, but in regards to your partner here, okay, now there seems to be a situation with your partner. Something unexpected may have just occurred in their life, because I'm seeing a lot of anxious, worry, confusion going on here on your partners, in terms of your partner's energy. They may be overdoing some things, overindulging. It's almost kind of like your partner is living in some sort of fantasy world, or I don't want that to sound harsh, but it's like they're in some delusion, in some delusional world. They've just seemed very unfocused, distracted. I just see a lot of chaotic energy for your partner, represented by the Tower and the Seven of Cups reversed. And there's a lot of just, it could be like I just see like chaos, meltdown, catastrophic feelings, confused feelings. Plans not getting off the ground. This may be someone that's very unrealistic, like I said, living in some sort of fantasy world. Just they're very clouded. They're not, very unstable energy. Again, there could have been some unexpected event, some shocking situation that has occurred. I also want to mention this. There could be some sort of substance abuse, or some sort of addiction to something that is clouding their judgment, clouding their head, affecting their emotions. This could be someone too that's very explosive. Maybe this is someone that, like I said, has meltdowns, or finds it hard to cope with certain things. Maybe they're very volcanic, dramatic. Because I'm kind of relating this Queen of Wands energy reversed to your partner. It may not be, but the Queen of Wands and your partner's energy are very similar. Because again, this can be someone that's very explosive, very dramatic, selfish, can be a bit selfish, unreliable, unsupportive, just someone out of touch with reality. Okay? And Queen of Wands reverse can have temper tantrums, definitely. Now, I want to get to the Ten of Cups reversed here. Okay? Now, I want to mention that this may be a family relationship, like a relative, a child, a parent, an in-law. So this could be definitely a family relationship. I see a lot of family dynamics here. And if that's the case, I think you're in a situation now where there's a lot of conflicts and arguments, resentment in the family. A lot of disruption, arguments, like I said, separations even. With the Ten of Cups reversed, I mean, something has, this can even stand for divorce, I hate to say. It doesn't always stand for that, but it can. And just a lot of conflicts, and taken with these cards as well, with the Two of Cups reversed, definitely separations here, definitely breakups, dissolved friendships, relationships. But again, I just feel like you're feeling maybe a bit burnt out with this situation. This Queen of Wands character could be your partner, which is a fire sign. It doesn't have to be a fire sign. It's just someone very fiery, very emotional, very dramatic, over the top. They're too much sometimes when it comes up in the reversed. But it could be, it doesn't have to be a fire sign. It could be a water sign. Could be someone with a fire moon, or fire in ascendant, or, someone just very passionate, just a very passionate person. And again, so this could be your partner, this could be someone in your family that's causing problems with your partner or your domestic situation. This is someone that can gossip. I want to say that as well. Someone that gossips a bit, can be a bit malicious, can be jealous of others' success. So I do see some gossiping here related to this individual. If this is your partner, if it's not. But I do see someone coming in between your partner or you, Libra, are acting in a way that's tearing up the relationship or causing problems in the relationship. I want to mention the Eight of Pentacles here in the. I also want to say family secrets. Family secrets coming out. I don't know what that means to anyone. And I'll get back to that, but well, let me say this. This could also be a situation where maybe this ideal of a family life, maybe you or your partner wants to have a family, you want to have children, and now there's been a discovery that you both weren't on the same page, that one of you wants children, the other doesn't, something like that. And someone in this relationship isn't willing to compromise those things. So you may definitely love your partner, but because there's these conflicts, there's just things that you're not willing to compromise on. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on. I just want to mention everything that it could be. But again, family secrets, arguments with family members, relationship, like no relationship with parents or extended family members can all represent that card there. So I wanted to say that. But yeah, just dysfunctional family background, you know. Maybe this can even be related to real estate, like a loss of, maybe you've, you know, a family home, like moving or loss of a family home, something like that. But the reason this is all happening is there's not been any effort, you know, or there's been half-hearted attempts in sustaining this relationship, period. It doesn't matter why. I mean, it could be, this card can sometimes represent someone as a workaholic and they're working to the point of it's now causing a rift in the family life, or they're working to the detriment of the family. But for some reason, I'm not really seeing that. I'm seeing it as, it could go the other way, as someone that is not working, or is not putting in effort, is lazy, is selfish, lacks commitment, lacks follow through, lacks, you know, the get up and go to make it work. This could be one-sided relationship, again, where someone is putting in all the effort, and there's some resentment now that's causing a rift in the family. There's some, you know, unspoken, suppressed anger that's causing problems here. But again, with this fire, this Queen of Wands reversed, this is someone that likes to, like, you know, act up to gain attention almost, you know, just cause problems in your life, cause problems in the family. And it could well be because, you know, they're selfish, or they're lazy, they're not putting in effort or work needed for the family unit, or they're causing a rift between you and your potential person here. This could be they lack commitment to you or the family. So there's a lot of situations here. Again, this may not even be your partner. This could be someone else coming in between you and your partner. But I see your partner is just, your partner does not look like, I'm really feeling too like some sort of substance abuse here. That's, or some just unstable emotions. Maybe there's some mental illness or something that's becoming a problem. But what I see too with the High Priestess as the outcome card, this is a woman, this is someone that's becoming more independent, okay? And I also want to mention too with your partner. Now, your partner may be coming to the realization that they need to you know, get themselves together, okay? Because this coming up in reverse, it's kind of like realizing and getting some clarity on their actions and their situation, and realizing, you know, it's kind of like a reality check, a wake-up call, a sobering effect on your partner that's like, okay, you know, I need to get myself together, because I've been procrastinating, I've been, you know, unrealistic, putting things off, nothing, you know, escaping to some sort of fantasy, you know, not being persistent, not following through. So now your partner may come to that realization as well. You know, I don't want to just make it sound all bad here for your partner. Your partner may be now coming to the realization they need to shape up. But what I see in the outcome is, you know, either you or I feel this is you, Libra. You're taking more of a passive approach to this. You're going to be now more pausing, reflecting, taking time out to really meditate and think what you want to do here. But you're going to be listening to your intuition. You're going to be, though, remaining passive. I see you remaining passive, which is a good thing. I don't think you should play into this dynamic, whatever this Queen of Wands, because they're over the top, and it's very interesting, the dynamic here. This is very chaotic. This is very calm. Okay, so, and contemplative. So this is someone too that maybe becoming more independent. Maybe this person needs to become more independent. Maybe you need to become more independent, Libra. But this is someone standing on their own 2 feet. Okay, this is a woman that's not bound by a man. She doesn't, she has no pressure. There's no pressure, no need, no desire for her to have a man. Rather than being lonely, she prefers to just be alone. And she's okay with that. But that's what I see, moving into September, your attitude, what you're going to be doing. But I do see you remaining passive. I also see you too, I want to mention this, just keeping your cards close to your chest, because again, there could be someone gossiping here, family secrets getting out, someone causing problems. So for some reason, this is now, High Priestess is someone that very closely guards her knowledge and her understanding of things. So be careful with this fire sign person in your life, or it doesn't have to be a fire sign, just someone that's maybe a bit of a gossip, because this is someone that may be not reliable, manipulative, they may have low self-esteem, they're just underdeveloped spiritually. They're not someone that's very spiritual or anything. They're more, what you see is what you get, but it's not very pleasant type of thing. But I do see you just being, there's someone being burnt out and exhausted. I mean, this is a very chaotic situation on your partner side, or even vice versa. Roles could be reversed. But take the advice of the priestess. Pause, reflect, meditate, think your way through. Use your intuition here. Okay? And I will see you in September, Libra. Take care.